is manipulation, and the second topic is women being left to raise male children on their own. So, the idea that we can be manipulative, and as my brother was speaking, what I was thinking about is how many times I've told someone they were beautiful, but the reason why I told them had a laced intention. It was that the young lady, woman, may have been beautiful, but I wasn't telling them purely because they were beautiful. I was telling them because I had an objective. So being manipulative, and we all are, each of you in here, you say you're not, and I ask you to really look at it. Like where I work at now, I tell people the interviewer, the person that's being interviewed, they promise you the world. But when they get the job, 6 months later, boom. So we ain't gonna go off topic. I am sorry that I and my brothers have used words, money, sex, opportunity to get from you what they needed at that time. You understand? So there are times when you, and I have also been a placeholder for the one that's coming next. We talked about this out in the lobby. You know, you wear your Converse till you get you enough money to get your Jordans. And then when you get your Jordans, you don't really want to be seen with Converse on anymore. People do that to each other. You see somebody, you were the Converse, they were lacing you up tight, you was always clean, but when they got them Jordans, you were almost literally tossed aside. And what I'm here to tell you is if you live long enough, what you'll see is that person will really often appreciate the Converse because the Jordans don't look good when they get older. They don't perform as well. You never really played in them good because you were scared to get them dirty. But them Converse, hey, y'all hear me? Because I know y'all had somebody call you later, years after somebody else was better, and say, hey, what you doing? And what you were doing was looking for somebody that don't mind going to Ambex, Goodwill, and when them Converse got pulled off the shelf the second time, and they could appreciate them, hey, and that's what I'm here to tell you. I'm sorry that we manipulate the way we do, but a lot of times our own insecurities cause us to manipulate you because we don't know how weak we are. We've learned from the best. Many of our fathers were trash. Many of our fathers were trash. We watched how they treat our mothers. We watched our mothers crowd with these men, playing these old records, scratched up, drinking. And when you're 9 and 10 and you see your mother hurt for a man, you learn two things. You don't like to see your mother hurt, but hey, this is how this game is played. And this game has a history through slavery. Generationally, we've been separated from day one, and I don't like to get too far off topic. But leaving you with a male child to raise, is not easy. And if you've ever been in that situation, it's not always a bad thing that they left. Because if they stayed, you might have messed your child up worse than just having you do it by yourself. And I want you to think about that, because you hear people say that a man can only raise a boy into being a man. I didn't have a father till I was like 14. My stepfather came in, but I had a lot of good men that I gravitated to. Good people gravitate to good people. So if your son wasn't a good person, I hate to tell you, you're going to find bad people. If he was a good person, you're going to find good people. That's how energy is. You find people that are like you. So, for the manipulation that I've done, I want to stand here and apologize to all the women of the world that I have hurt, lied to, tricked, bought. And my sister was one of the first women to tell me this. She said, you are a problem. She said, because you manipulate women with this. She was the first person that told me that. And I didn't even know I did it. Because what I know about real women, below the waist is fine. But if you can get in this and live, everything else is coming. Everything else is coming. It's like if you hit a wall, you keep hitting the right spot. You keep hitting the right spot. That wall, that whole wall will come down if you hit the right spot. And I'm talking about the spot above the neck. There's another spot that people talk about. But they hit this one, everything else comes with it. Look, sisters, for any man that has ever hurt you, and I know it wasn't me because I don't see any familiar faces. But I want to say, I am sorry. On their behalf, I'll stand in the gap. And I'm not as nervous as I was when I started. Thank you.